contextually aware artificial intelligence. And so what we're looking for is, there's a lot of new threats that have hit the market, for instance, where the VPC's connection to VPC, the AWS vulnerability, or the vulnerability that we're seeing with VPN. Those are things that you can't write rules for, right? You have to know what to look for to write a rule. We're allowing our AI to kind of give it the data and then tell us where it's seeing those differentiators, and where it's finding that information, so it's able to pick that out without us having to create rules. We're not having to teach it what's good and what's bad, and that's what really makes us different, is that contextually piece of it, and how our approach to taking AI on. So that is hugely important, as we're seeing with the vulnerabilities and the attackers, especially with the emerging wars that we're seeing, us getting into Ukraine, possibly us getting into Iran, things of that nature. These are new adversaries that we're going to see coming online, doing things that we haven't typically seen. And so we can't take the same approach that we've had over the last 20 years in approaching cyber. We have to have a new mindset and a new way of looking at things.
MixMode's AI qualifies as DARPA-defined third-wave AI and is patented and proprietary. It is built off over 20 years of research of our chief scientist, Dr. Igor Mezik, who has worked on projects with the DoD and DARPA on this front. The technology is focused on solving mathematical problems that you can't solve in any other way, and we are applying that to the area of cybersecurity.
One of the biggest takeaways here is looking at the different technologies that we have out in the market. As I mentioned earlier, we're seeing a lot of AI in the market. We're seeing a lot more offensive tool sets being utilized and utilizing AI in the market. So bringing that back as AI is definitely a key of something that you have to have in your organization to stay relevant. The only way you're going to be able to identify threats in your environment that you're being targeted by AI is to have an AI identify those. And that's really where we fit in. That's our key, is being able to identify those things without pre-trained data, without having to do large cluster learning models, with all this craziness of back-end information, it being light, portable, and being able to identify those types of threats.